As you can see, my laptop is stuck in the BIOS and it won't boot, which is strange because I mean, you can see my, oh, this is my hard drive, but you can see my SSD. And if I cut to the SSD right now, and as you can see, my disk is perfectly fine. All the files are still on it. Windows is even on it. You can clearly see Windows. But yeah, we go to Disk Manager. Here is the SSD of my computer I'm recording on, and everything looks fine. Here's the SSD for my laptop, and we're clearly missing a partition here. This partition is called the EFI partition, or UEFI. I'm not too sure of the difference. I just learned about it recently myself because of this person's post. I was like, oh, your UEFI is probably corrupted. It's like, okay, what's that mean? And basically, it's how you boot your computer. And you can repair it by making a bootable USB, which is basically how you would go about installing Windows on a new computer. You can get that here. I'll link in the description. And then instead of clicking install Windows, you hit repair your computer instead. And there should be a repair your computer option there. Alright, so yeah, this is the Windows installation tool if you never used it before. It's pretty straightforward, but yeah, just walk people through it for the first time. Make sure you have a USB drive ready, or it has to be empty or else it'll delete anything that's on it. So make sure to move any data if you have stuff you want to keep. And click this one, and then Windows 10, make sure you're on the right Windows 10 for whatever edition you picked before. If you have Windows 10 Education, it might be a different link, but I think it figures it out when you're installing. And then flash drive. And this is my flash drive. Yeah, just hit next. I already did it, so I don't want to do it again. It takes a while. Yeah, after that, then you can plug it back into your computer, and then we'll set up the repair process. Okay, yeah, so this is, normally what you see when you install Windows on a new computer. But instead of install now, you click on repair your computer. And go to troubleshoot your PC. Normally, you would go to startup repair. And this hopefully would fix your problem, but yeah, because it's completely, botched, can't do much here. The automatic repair didn't work, so we have to use the command prompt. And what you type is disk part. This opens the partition utility, then list disk. I only have one disk in here. This is the it's getting two. This is my SSD, and this is my USB boot drive. I also removed my hard drive already, just so that I wouldn't be confused about which disk it was. Okay, and then you select disk 0 for the disk number that you want to add it to, and that's my SSD. And then list partition. Okay. The first one is basically what all NTFS drives use. This one's Windows recovery, and this is my main drive with all the data in it. So our goal here is to shrink this drive so we have room to create a new EFI partition. I'll have a link in the description for the steps I'm doing. I'm sure it's this one because everyone has very similar instructions, but this one is the only one that specified 100 as the file size. And as we saw earlier, 100 megabytes is the size of the other EFI partition on my working computer. So I chose to go with this person's instructions. Now we select partition 2, which is our main drive, and we shrink it. Shrink desired by 100 megabytes. This was a lot faster in my other drive. I'm kind of worried. Okay, we're good. Okay. And then create partition EFI size with 100. Nice, okay. And format it real quick. Format quick fs equal FAT32. Okay. And we assign it a letter. This person chose Y. You can assign it to anything that isn't used already. Maybe I'll use U for UEFI. Okay, list partition. And it's here, right here. Partition 4 is system for 100 megs. Just like we did it. List volume. And yes, it says we had to look for the volume letter where we installed Windows. It's gonna be our C drive because that's usually your best bet. Usually C drive. That's usually where Windows install. But man, make sure you know where your Windows installation was before it went kapooey. Now we exit this part, and now we type bcd boot C, because we installed it. We're accessing this as our C drive slash other / and then I used U, which is so this is bcd boot, whatever drive letter your Windows installed on, and then /S, and then this is whatever drive letter you assigned to the new partition you created right there. So I chose U and hit enter, and boot file successfully created. So we just recreated all of our boot files. Nice. And now we should be good to go. You remember to unplug your. Oh, that's not what you want to see. Oh, sorry. I have to enable it in my boot drive. There you go. Boot manager. I tried disabling it earlier to see. Okay, so make sure to enable it in my BIOS. Right, there we go. We're back into Windows. I can't believe that worked. So just to wrap things up, this is what your hard drive is, or your whatever, your SSD is gonna look like after you do this process. So then this is the new EFI partition that you created. It's not the first thing on the drive, but I haven't had any problems with it booting afterwards. That's just how these things turn out, I guess. But yeah, this all happened because I tried installing a fresh copy of Windows onto my new SSD while I had my old SSD still inserted. So basically, the lesson of this is that if you're trying to do a fresh install of Windows, just unplug every drive that you don't use, or unplug the old drive at least. But yeah, people do say unplug every drive that you don't use because you don't know where this EFI partition is going to be installed. Hopefully, I helped someone out. This gave me a pretty big headache. And yeah, that's all for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.